Alright, so let's say you just finished a workout, and so now it's time to get into the fat burning part of your diet. You might want to start getting into the point where you want to start creating your own meals and cooking for yourself instead of fixing a bowl of Frosted Flakes. Because let's be honest, that's not cooking. I looked it up, it's not. And it's not considered soup either. For now, just do a quick recipe that you can do, it'll make you feel, like I'm whipping it up. But first, I want to address something that I don't know if it's a problem, if it's a thing, if it's a trend, but it needs to stop. Okay, so ever since I landed, rewind, I live in Italy, but I'm here visiting my parents here in Atlanta. So from the time I landed in the airport, I'm trying to figure out what this trend is. It's like a new wave. Somebody let me know in the comments what this is about. What is up with the fake butts? Because they don't look, what's the word? They look different. I feel like different is the word. People can do whatever they want with their body, but that should be unauthorized. I don't know how to. It kind of makes everybody look like a corn dog. Is that something we should be doing? Is that something should I get? Nah. No. Absolutely. So first thing I always like to do when I start to cook, I like to lay out everything that I know that I'm gonna need for a fact. If your stuff is already laid out for you, then you don't have to worry about going back and forth in the kitchen and getting all that, Anybody else catch that? Okay, first thing I want to do, I want to grab my bowl. I'm gonna make a mixing bowl. I like to dice up peppers. I do bell peppers. Fortunately for me, my mom was being herself and she already diced them up for me the night before. Thank you, pretty lady. So usually when I cut these up, whenever I cut like an actual pepper up, I'll do about like a quarter of the pepper. Nice and colorful. Colorful is what you're looking for anytime you're fixing like a high nutritious meals. Take a knife, dice them up like that, little cubes or however you want, however big you want. I like mine about like this. Okay, so you have your peppers. So next thing we're doing is we're adding in broccoli. So once again, my mom already prepped my broccoli for me. So broccoli's not hard to cook. As a matter of fact, it's really hard to mess it up. It's really hard to mess broccoli up. Let me say that again. It's really hard to mess up broccoli. So keep it simple. You can either boil it. I like to boil mine. My mom steamed mine, so it's already here. It's already here steamed. Nice, easy, not too much. It's about even-ish with the peppers. It's about the exact same as the peppers. So pepper is taking up majority of the bowl right now. Okay, so now we have spinach. I add spinach to my dish. So first I'd like to say I love to eat spinach. Papa ate spinach and we saw what happened to him. That guy had a massive career off of doing no workouts, but simply by eating spinach. Off of just the consumption of spinach, that man was able to save his girl who constantly put herself into harm's way for absolutely no reason. Like no reason. Why was she? So anyway, we're gonna dice up a little bit of spinach. This is just straight leaf spinach, so I'm gonna cut these up really quick. Okay, so now spinach is cut up. So now we can add the spinach into our bowl. Looks just like that does in the commercials, don't it? Oh yeah, look at all them colors. Okay, so now that we have our main mix, remember all we have is spinach, broccoli, and peppers so far. We're gonna cut up some sugar snap peas. So because these pack so much protein in them, you can never go wrong by adding too many, too little of these. Especially after a workout, what you want to do is definitely pack a lot of protein back into your diet. You can never go wrong with peas, beans, that kind of thing. Whoa, what is that? Also, guys, make sure you always rinse off everything that you cook before you start cooking it. You don't know what's in these stores. So you have two options on making these smaller. I like to they're called sugar snap peas. So usually I just snap them like that and throw them in. Or you can cut them up with the knife. The exact same. Oh snap, dang, that one took off. It's the last thing we're gonna end up cutting. So this is like the last hard part. Okay, that would be these mushrooms. I know a lot of people feel some type of way. I know that there's a side piece to mushrooms. A lot of people don't like mushrooms. And there's two things to that. The first thing is grow up. No, in all seriousness. It's an acquired taste. I know what's good for my body, so I know that I can eat whatever I need to eat, whatever my body needs to eat to stay nice, strong, and in good shape. It's an acquired taste, man. It's definitely not for everybody. Remember, this is just what I eat. This isn't what I'm telling everybody. This is what I eat every day. Okay, so we'll just take maybe like 4 of these out of here. We're just gonna dice these up. I actually like my mushroom slices kind of big. So about this size right here is good for me. So we're gonna add these into the bowl. At this point, congratulations, you made it through the hard part. So now we just mix in our seasonings. I don't do a lot of seasonings. I want to keep these as low carb and as low sodium as I possibly can. Those are things that keep on a lot of water weight and keep on a lot of fat that you might see. So I like to use garlic, and then I like to use salt. If you can get it, even better, garlic salt. 2 birds in 1 stone. And second from that, I like to dice up onions every now and then. Like if I'm feeling fancy and I want to really like spice it up, I do chopped onions. But even better, onion powder. Either onion powder or diced onions. I know you can get them in the chopped onions. They're already like in the shaker. You can get them like that. That's pretty good. Not too much. Don't want to put too much of that. Just like a pinch worth. I say a pinch worth, but I shook it in there. And then just a little bit of onion powder, just like this. Boom. Just a nice snowflake effect. I mean, guys, at this point, everything is easier just putting it on the stove at this point. So I'll show you how I do that as well, and how I cook it on the stove, because that's the part that really kind of intimidates everybody. Is that stove is like, how long do I leave it on? How long does it, how do I know when it's ready? Is it supposed to be that color? Am I supposed to be smelling that? Real nice and easy. It's not complicated, I promise. Trial and error. The only way I learned was through trial and error. I would Google this stuff, try it myself, mess up till you get it right. That's the only way you learn. All right, so now we're at the easy part. I'm just gonna sit this here. We're gonna start it. So when I do it, I set it to about whatever your stove equivalent is of medium low. Cook this too slow. So it's like super low. I want it about, if you have a gas stove, you can actually see it. Remember, too slow, you can always cook this too slow if anything. Too slow would be better than too fast. Okay, you're not gonna mess this up. Okay, now I'm just gonna add my whole mix. Add my whole mix in. Okay, so nice and simple. All we're gonna do, this is bothering me. I don't know why that's bothering me. All we gotta do is add in what we cooked or what we mixed all together. We're gonna add one more thing in the end that's gonna keep everything together. And that's the one thing that makes this not a complete vegan meal. For the most part, it's literally nothing but vegetables. You can see it. So now that we put that there, we want to make sure that it doesn't stick to the bowl. So you'll grab your favorite oil. I love olive oil. I use organic olive oil. You can use the kind that you actually pour into your mixture. That's completely fine. So there's nothing wrong with using the actual like liquid kind that you pour in. I pour in a little more than what this cap is worth. It's a pretty big cap. I pour in about two of these caps, enough to coat the whole thing just one time, but not too much. Alright, so let me also say, that smells amazing. If you ever been to like a hibachi restaurant where the chef, you know, the Asian dude, he like cooks the food up in front of you, and he's throwing a little sauce at you like that. This smells exactly like that. I love this smell. Last ingredient, egg whites. You can use either eggs or egg whites. I like to use egg whites because I don't need the rest of all the extra stuff that comes with it. I just want the protein. All the protein inside of an egg is within the egg white, not the yolk. The yolk holds everything else. The egg white is 90% protein. Yeah, you can crack open all the eggs you want. I use this because it's a lot easier, and it's the exact same thing. I was against it at first, but now I'm with it. Pour it on up. You can notice it gets white quick. You don't even have to have a lot of egg white. I spilled it. Yeah, so it's gone. So as to why there's no scene of me actually consuming what we just prepared, yeah, I spilled it. Yeah, I got upset, I changed clothes, and that was it. And that's all I have to say about that. Yeah, that's pretty much where we're at now. Anywho, if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you really like the content that I'm putting out, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you keep up to date with all the videos and content that I'm putting out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Deuces.